In this video, we're going to walk through a live demonstration of using Rapid Evaluation SDK to evaluate the output of Gemini, an LLM developed by Google. Through this demo, you'll see firsthand how to apply automatic metrics to assess your model's output and understand the strengths and weakness of different AI models. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly how to use the Rapid Evaluation SDK to assess the output of an LLM. We'll cover loading your dataset, initiating model evaluation, applying automatic metrics, and interpreting the results to gain insight into your model's performance. Let's get to the demo. The link to this tutorial is provided so you can run the evaluation yourself. In this demo, we'll be going over how to use the Rapid Evaluation tool to analyze the performance of an LLM. This demo will be using a Google Colab notebook to guide you on using the Rapid Evaluation. We will first begin by preparing the necessary components to run this tool. First, we'll create a Google Cloud account. In the account creation, it will prompt you to your Google Gmail and password. Once you've created the account, you'll see a greeting screen similar to this. Open the menu tab to the left and select Billing. From there, you will have to enable billing. You have to put a credit or debit card in order to activate billing. But don't worry, there will be $300 worth of credit provided to anyone in the beginning. So you don't have to spend any money for running this demo. Afterwards, you open the menu tab again and select APIs and services on the screen. You'll click on the drop-down that says Library and search for the word Vertex AI API. You will then click on Enable to enable the API to be used. Lastly, you'll create a project in Google Cloud on this drop-down menu here on the top left. Click on that and you'll select New Project. From there, Google will guide you on creating the first project. After you've created the first project, you will see that there is a unique ID associated with the project. Make sure to save the ID as this is required for the evaluation task. And now we are ready to go to the setup. Begin by running the first cell down here. Now we're going to run the package to run the Rapid Evaluation. Note that you may have to restart the kernel for the package to be recognized. Next, we will run this cell to authenticate. Use the project ID you've seen previously and paste it into the project ID variable. As for location, this demo will be using US Central 1. You can look up the supporting locations for this variable. You will receive a pop-up window indicating that you have to log into Google. Here you can log in using your Google Cloud account. It will then prompt you to access to certain features which you will allow and continue. You should end up with a page indicating that you have successfully authenticated to Google Cloud, and then you may proceed back to the notebook. Then we will set up a Google Cloud project information and initialize the Vertex AI SDK using the project ID. After you set up your project ID and location, run the cell which will initialize the Vertex AI SDK to be used. Next, we'll import the necessary libraries. Run the cell to get all of the necessary libraries. Note that the main libraries are listed below, which are the ones processing the information. Next, run the library settings cell and the helper functions. Note that these cells are for formatting information and adjusting the setting for warnings and logs as well as performance adjustment. We're now ready to run the evaluation job. Before that, let's go over the requirements needed to run this evaluation. First, we need the data that is being evaluated. To To properly format the data for the evaluation task, we'll create the pandas data frame using arrays of data stored in a dictionary. In the dictionary, you can have an instruction, a context, a reference, a prediction, and a response. Each index value corresponds to the other array at the same index value. For example, index 0 and the response array corresponds to the other array index 0, and so on. In this demo, we'll be using 2 rows of data. Insert these data as an array into a dictionary, which is to be converted to a pandas data frame. Next, we'll decide what metrics to choose for evaluating the responses. The responses are measured by various automatic metrics that the Rapid Evaluation tool provides. Here, we can see all the possible metrics in the central column, along with the type of measurements in the left and the required data frame input on the right. For example, coherence measures the model's ability to produce a clear and sound response. Fulfillment measures how well the model has answered and completed the given instructions with a predetermined prediction. And blue and rouge compare the similarity between the given reference, prediction, and response in terms of words. You may look into these metrics on your own if you're interested. After selecting the metrics, you want to measure the input each of the metric names and input the arrays shown here. You will also insert the evaluation dataset into the required dataset argument and provide a name for the experiment. The last segment of the cell will run the actual evaluation task. Upon running the cell, you should see that an experiment has been created. Clicking on the View Experiment button will redirect to Google Colab, where you will be able to view the status of the evaluation pipeline. The time it takes for the evaluation task depends on the number of metrics, as more metrics take more time to complete. In conclusion, we've seen how the Rapid Evaluation SDK facilitates the assessment of generative AI models, providing an efficient way to analyze model performance through automatic metrics. This approach helps identify strengths and weaknesses, ensuring your model meets the expected standards for real-world applications.